We're here with a longtime club member and really good friend of mine, John Jay. Why do you like clothes? Like into fashion? Most guys aren't into clothes.
I like to keep it simple, but I just like, looking good.
And like, how did it get with the shoes? Were the shoes first, then the clothes?
Yeah, shoes are always my passion since I was a kid. Me and my friends, and since elementary school, we were always, trying to get a release if we could, or begging our parents to.
What was the first shoe that like made you get into shoes?
I remember getting the Rod Woodsons when I was like in third grade, and those were like a big deal at that point.
Mine was the Jordan 4s, and then the Andre Agassi, the ones that look like those.
Yeah.
How do you kind of balance your life? Because a lot of our people are working, they have families. You obviously have a family, and how do you find time to like handle it all?
Yeah, well, a big adjustment in my life, like you said, I have a family of my own now. I have twin daughters.
Yeah.
So, it's been fun. It's just another chapter in our lives where, everything's devoted to the kids pretty much now. But I have to still find time to train and, do the things that helps me, stay on the field. So, I tend to just get up a little bit earlier. I like getting up early in the morning, so I'm up.
Is that the kids' time, the morning?
Nah, I get up at 5, so I'll have a good 3 to 4 hours by myself where I can work out and kind of like, do my thing. And then as soon as the kids wake up, it's time for to switch back to that mode. In
terms of like prioritizing your time during the season, like you obviously have to take care of your body and yourself, and then family, and then kind of having fun. Is that how you would do it?
Yeah, just kind of balance everything out. But my wife and I talk about all the time how we're making a lot of sacrifices now for later on. So my wife's great. She's my biggest supporter, and without her, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of things I get to do. So, she's half the battle right there.
Absolutely, because right now, like I'll give you, in my life, I don't have balance. It's work, and then occasionally spending time with the family in a quality time at least. Being a professional athlete, what is like your most iconic moment as like where you're just like, when it's all over and you're, talking to your grandkid, you're like, this moment. What do you think it was?
I'd have to say there's going to be two. The first day I got called up to the big leagues is,
What was that moment like?
It was surreal. It's one of those things where,
Where were you?
I was in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Oklahoma City. So
playing AAA?
Playing AAA. It was April 25th. I made my debut April 26, 2010.
How does it go down? Like, do they physically like call you, or do you get a letter, or someone taps you on the shoulder?
It just depends. So at this point, I was in the hotel, so the manager gave me a call. Just kind of, let me know, hey.
And what team were you on at that point?
I was on the Memphis Redbirds, so it's the AAA team of the Cardinals. So,
okay.
Getting called up, that first day, just, you think back of all those, since, this started for me when I was 5 years old. So
yeah.
I think about, all
Did
those
you cry?
I didn't cry, but I was pretty emotional. I couldn't wait to call my mom and let her know, especially for all the sacrifices she made for me and all that.
Yeah.
So it was huge. And then,
how does it go down? So you get the call, and they're like, all right, you got to be. Where was the game?
It was in St. Louis. So I actually got to the game in like the 3rd inning or something like that.
So did you drive, fly?
No, I flew out from Oklahoma City in the morning, flew out to St. Louis, and like I said, I landed, went straight to the field, and I remember I got there in like the 3rd inning or so, and it was probably the 6th inning, and it was a pinch hit situation, and they told me, no, the pitcher's going to hit, he's going to go in for another inning. And then
so you showed at the stadium in 3rd inning?
Showed up at the stadium in 3rd inning.
And you were dressed and ready to go?
Dressed and ready to go.
Oh my God.
Then, they switched their minds in the last second. They're like, hey, you're hitting, kid. And I was like, all right. So grabbed myself, went up there. Unfortunately, I struck out. I always dreamed of getting the big, the first hit, first at bat, but I struck out. But I was glad that I was able to call myself a big leaguer then. And then I'll have to say my second moment is winning the World Series.
Yeah.
It's something that, it doesn't happen often, and it's something that I really appreciate and I don't take for granted. I know how many good players there are that didn't get to play in a World Series or win a World Series and had, Hall of Fame careers. And for me to be able to do that is something that will forever be special.
When you win like a World Series, like what is like the feeling? Because like I get goosebumps as a fan watching those things. Like what is it like? I can't even imagine.
It's crazy. I mean, you're in the history books. You win that ring that you're dying.
Like what's the thought in your head? Like
the thought is I'm a champion. This is crazy. I'm a champion. I joined the all the other champions. That's something that people can't take away from you ever. And it's like I said, it's something that doesn't happen often. But I was just thinking back of who would have thought that this kid from Miami would have been winning a World Series. And the best part about it was I had my family and my friends there. So after the game, they got to hang out and party with us in the clubhouse. So that was one of the most special moments in my life.
And did you go to like Disneyland or Disney World or whatever?
No, I'm not that big time.
And you were on the cover of Sports Illustrated. What's that like? That's like the most iconic cover in sports.
Yeah.
I had that cover signed by you. What does that feel like?
That's crazy. I mean, that's something, you know, for us, we grew up in the, you know, early 90s. You know, we grew up on Sports Illustrated. You know, you always watched Sports Illustrated. You wanted to see what was going on, you know, in the magazine, all that stuff. And for me to be on the cover was something that was crazy, and especially if, you know, all the players playing the series at that point on the Cardinals. I mean, Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina. And, I mean, there's so many Hall of Famers on there. And then, you know, this guy's on the cover. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. You know?
And how does that go down? Do they tell you you're going to be on the cover, or you just all of a sudden it's on the newsstand?
You have no idea. I mean, that's you know, that was before the gram, so you know, we had Twitter then. So it was just Twitter, and then I think I saw a picture on Twitter or something. I could send it to my buddies and like, yo, this is crazy. Like, what's going on here? And then we saw it was real, and it was, you know.
How many copies did you get?
I've gotten a lot. I've gotten a lot. And
thousands.
I keep snagging more. Especially the further removed I get from it, I'm like, man, this is, you know, I got to make sure I always have enough for you know, hopefully the grandkids and all that stuff. Like that, so.
If you wouldn't have played baseball, what would you have done?
I would like to say I'd be somewhere in the business world. You know?
Any particular industry, or you just
something in the business world? I don't know. You know, just doing something in that realm. That's what I studied in school, and something that I still have a passion for it now. And you know, playing baseball has opened up so many doors, like, you know, meeting you guys and stuff like that. So, you know, I definitely have interest in business. So
you're gonna, you know, one day walk away from baseball, and then you're gonna have all this free time. What are you gonna do?
Oh man, I don't know. I know I'm gonna have to stay busy. I know myself. I know how I am. My wife knows it too. She tells me. I tell her, oh, you know, hopefully when we retire, I just hang out. She's like, there's no chance you would just hang out.
Would you like get a job just to pass time, or would you go start a business, or like what would you do?
I'm not sure what I want. I want to still be involved with baseball. I definitely do. I love you know, the minor leagues, you know, helping younger guys and stuff like that. So I definitely want to be in baseball in some capacity with that, but definitely want to have some business stuff going on. And I definitely want to take advantage of you know, living down in Miami, going on the boat, and you know, hanging on the water. I love the water, and you know, I've missed a lot of summers in my life, so I plan on enjoying them in the future.
Yeah, you probably have never.
Nah, never had a summer.
Never had a summer?
Yeah, since I was like 10 years old, something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's all good, you know.
So your first summer off, what are you going to do?
Oh man, boat to the Bahamas. Straight to the Bahamas. You know, drive it myself and take off, or maybe on some jet skis.
What's like another thing like that, like because of your career path, that you haven't gotten a chance to do? Like, obviously summer is pretty crazy.
Yeah, summer's pretty crazy, but I think a big one was in high school, spring break. I mean, spring break's right in the middle of the baseball season, so everyone get a week off to go hang out, and we're at the field all day. We get winters off, so it's not too bad as well.
Yeah, but you're in Miami.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd rather have summers where I can go in the water and just kind of enjoy that.
The day after you leave baseball, what will be the first thing you'll do?
Probably go straight to the mountains. Straight to the mountains to snowboard. Something that I've never been able to do, and I've always wanted to do. So,
because you can't.
Yeah, I don't want to mess around with that right now, but I think that's going to be the first thing I do, straight to the mountains.
Is there like one weird regret you have because you chose baseball as a path, or is there nothing?
Absolutely not. I mean, I get to, you know, travel all around the country, you know, get to meet all sorts of people, and you know, been able to win a World Series and play with some of the best players in the world. It's been an incredible ride, and you know, just enjoying it every day.
So, like, for you, baseball is work. It's obviously fun. It's probably one of the most desired jobs in the world. But how do you kind of get through the day when you know you're tired, your body gave up, and like, because it's, you know, we all go to work every day, and some days we have good days and some days we have bad days. And so like, how do you like get through a day? Because you like told me you landed late last night, you're here today, and then you're gonna go to the stadium and you have another game tonight. And it's like, it never stops.
For me, it's just something, you know, I've done it for so long that I think I just, you know, I know when it's season, I just have a mentality of like, nothing's gonna get in my way, you know. Like you said, you know, we have families, you know, we have the real world we're dealing with, but you know, every day I wake up, you know, I can't call in sick, you know, and so it's just something where, you know, this is my livelihood. This is, you know, I'm just trying to survive every single day. So, you know, I kind of have that mentality where I get up and, you know, I'm gonna enjoy wherever I'm at, and, you know, I gotta get ready to go. And then, is there something you do mentally or physically to like recover? Oh yeah, I do all sorts of stuff. So I love doing contrast, cold tub, hot tub. That's one of my go-tos. Like I said, I love the water. So
yeah, is that before the game or after?
Yeah, I do it before the game, and then sometimes after the game, but definitely before. And that's where I kind of just, you know, get in my zone, where I can, you know, I'll go underwater and, you know, try to hold my breath as long as I can, and just kind of, you know, close my eyes and just kind of visualize and stuff like that. But definitely do that. Then I'm big into stretching. I like doing yoga a lot. So you know, I'll do a little bit of yoga every day just to get my body right, you know, get it moving around and stuff, and then, you know, definitely hit the weight room a couple days a week.